it going, everybody? Welcome back to Upstate Speed Tests. Today we are in northern Pennsylvania, just over the border from upstate New York, and we got a very interesting tower site to test for you today. It's Verizon only. It's been up for maybe 3 or 4 years now, but in those 3 to 4 years, it's only been on for maybe 1 year. It took a really long time to get it activated for whatever reason, and I really wanted to check it out. I had some free time today, so here we are. We're going to take a look. Before we get started, though, I hope you guys were able to see the shorts I posted yesterday during the Super Bowl. I have a friend who's a former coworker with me that actually won free tickets to the Super Bowl through the Verizon rewards system, and he sent me those speed tests. I'll try to throw them up on the screen for you guys in case you missed them. But yeah, he flew down to New Orleans, he was like 17 rows back from the field at the Super Bowl, and I think he saw peak speeds of just over 3 gigabits per second down, which is unbelievable for the amount of people that were there in that stadium. And so I'll, like I said, I'll make sure to put those on the screen for you guys. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit subscribe down below, give the video a thumbs up. And hey, if you want to help support the channel and what I do here, links are also down in the description for that. Or you can join us over on Patreon. Also links down there for that as well. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the site, and then we'll test all 3 providers and go from there. Let's do it. All right, so as you saw in the intro shots, the tower is directly in front of us. You've got you have C-band up there, but no CBRS, which, given this rural location, probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. And AT&T and T-Mobile, again, as you saw from the air, a little bit further down the road, although the speed tests should still be good. We're not that far, maybe like a mile or so. And we'll start with T-Mobile because I fully expect them to perform the worst out of the 3 here. We've got 146 millisecond unloaded ping. God, I can't talk. But the download speeds are really, really good. We've got 160 on the down. Loaded ping time is not good at all. That's over 1,000. Jitter at 19, which I guess isn't amazing, but not terrible. And the upload looks like it's going to get around 48. Let me switch over to the coveragemap.com test, and we'll test them next, which is exciting because you used to not be able to do that. It just now came to Android for the speed tests. All right, we got the coveragemap.com test fired up and ready to roll. And let's see if we can get any different results out of it for AT&T here. AT&T, of course, running on the Google Pixel 9 XL. And the ping time is much better, 83, still kind of high for mobile. Usually with T-Mobile and Verizon, you're anywhere from 30 to 50, so 83 on AT&T is not great, but not terrible, at least not compared to the other test. And 51.5 on the up, so somewhat similar results to Ookla. And last but not least, just to round out our meal here, we'll do the fast.com test and test our connection to Netflix for video. And again, looking like we're going to get somewhere in the neighborhood of similar results as my watch decides to try and talk to me while I'm filming. Always cool. And yeah, this is rural Pennsylvania here, just south of the New York border by maybe 10-15 minutes. And just a little bit south of Great Bend, PA, which, it's not a huge town, but it's civilization nonetheless. So there, my phone locked up. There we go. 120 on the down. 80 millisecond jitter unloaded. Loaded ping time very high again. Let me know down in the comments, why do you think AT&T's ping times in my neck of the woods are so high? I just don't get it. And the upload is taking a long time, which isn't unusual for fast.com. I do notice it taking a while to finish out sometimes. So there you go, 120, 37 up. The ping times are okay. The loaded's pretty high though. So there we go. Let me switch over to T-Mobile next, and we'll save the best for last in terms of Verizon here. I'll be right back. Today's video is brought to you by CircledIn. CircledIn.com lets you split the cost of a wireless family plan from major providers like Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile, and even from prepaid providers like Cricket or Google Fi. And now they've even added the capability for you to split the cost of a streaming service from places like Netflix, HBO, Hulu. Check them out at CircledIn.com. Thank you again for supporting the channel. Okay, we have switched over to recording on the Pixel 9 Pro XL, and we've got T-Mobile fired up and ready to go. I reset all the relevant apps. Now, thinking back to my aerial photography there, it looks like T-Mobile does not have mid-band here, so it might actually be a fairly close race between AT&T and T-Mobile for second place in these tests, and I honestly don't think getting any closer to the site would make that big of a difference. And again, because from the air, I didn't see any mid-band equipment for either provider, so this is going to be one of the rare spots where Verizon has mid-band and the other two don't. It's kind of unique as my phone dims. 169 down, 68.4 up. The ping times are all okay except the down's a little high. And let's do coverage map. Start test. I'm not going to bother with fast.com on T-Mobile because this account is capped, so that'll save us a little bit of time. And it looks like, again, pretty somewhat similar results. 50 millisecond ping. Download at 152. Upload approaching 70. Looking very good. Last but not least, let's get over to Verizon. All right, Verizon is fired up. Everything is reset and ready to rock and roll. Tower right in front of us. And again, no CBRS, but we do have brand new C-band and low band. This site, like I mentioned in the beginning, is 3 or 4 years old now, but the service has only been on for about a year because, well, it took them forever to activate. I don't know what the problem was. Speaking from people I know, it could have been power related or fiber related or both. But boom, there we go. Verizon, 41 millisecond unloaded ping. Loaded ping in the low 400s, which is very good for Verizon. Download at 1,110. Upload is rocketing up to almost approaching 200. Well, 173. And yeah, the upload ping is very low. Jitter at 6 milliseconds. Just because these tests are a lot of fun, we'll do one more Ookla server and then try the other two. We'll do Loop Internet in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour down the road from here, next to good old Scranton. And there we go. 102 unloaded ping this time, a little high. Maybe this just is not a good server, because when I test on my fiber, it's very low as well, or struggles sometimes, so... You know, maybe this is just kind of a kooky server, if that's even a word. Is that even a word? I don't know. So there we go. We got 825 on the down, 97.6 on the up. That was kind of a fluky one. Let's try a different server. We'll try reliable site hosting in New Jersey. 30 millisecond unloaded ping, which is just phenomenal. And again, the download's acting a little weird now. Maybe we are just slightly too close to the site. But anywhere around this site, for about a mile in every direction, you can either get close to a gig or over it. Upload is approaching over 100. And the ping times look pretty good for Verizon. The jitter is slightly high, though. I wonder what that's all about. Let's do coveragemap.com next. And actually, you know what? We'll close it and we'll reopen it just to be safe, because I did the same thing for the Ookla test. All right, 33 millisecond unloaded ping. This test, no loaded ping data, sadly. Test is going down to Washington, D.C., a little bit over a gig. Again, phenomenally impressive. Prior to this site being constructed, Verizon was 1 or 2 bars in the general vicinity. So this was, this was a very welcome upgrade for Verizon. Long time coming. 177 on the upload. And last but not least, we'll do a fast.com test just to round out our trio of testing here. And yeah, fast.com sometimes produces exaggerated results. In this case, it's definitely producing the fastest at 1.3 gigabits per second, 27 millisecond unloaded ping, which is the fastest we've seen, 114 millisecond loaded, which is the lowest we've seen. So, maybe it's just a case of less people using fast.com for a test, but who knows? We've used just over a gig of data on the download test and 220 megabits so far on the up. Oh, no, it finished. Okay. So 220 megabits of data used on the upload at 150 megabits per second. So there you go, guys. We're, again, just south of Great Bend, Pennsylvania, on a brand new Verizon macro. That was a long, long time coming. And it definitely looks like there's a lot of room for other providers there as my phone struggles to zoom. There you go. You can see the holes where the other providers would go. But I doubt anybody except maybe Dish in the future would join this site because, well, they're about a half mile down the road on another new site. But, oh, my phone fell right out of the window live. There you go. But yeah, just down the road, there's another site that was actually just recently rebuilt as well. It used to be a little closer to the highway, and they moved it out closer to the road, this road that you see over there. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe down below. Always fun to check out new sites together, and be sure to give the video a thumbs up like I just said. And if you want to support the channel, links down below. That was a terrible outro, but you get the point. Take it easy, everybody.